Star of the show as Barcelona cruise past Manchester United at the Camp Nou. A brace for Messi plus a fantastic finish from Coutinho, giving Barca a 3-0 lead over the Premier League side. 4-0 on aggregate. This was done and dusted, really, wasn't it, in the first half? Messi with an amazing goal. De Gea then thrown in that second. And that was it.
Well, I would go as far to say it was done and dusted in the first leg,
Sure.
even though it was only 1-0.
Yeah.
Only the most ardent fans of United would think. I mean, who'd think that just because you got lucky in Paris, and they did, OK, they got through, but they got lucky because they bottled it and made mistakes. And then you get dominated by Watford at home, OK, you win. But you're dominated by West Ham at home, OK, you win. But you expect them to go to the Camp Nou with this team and have Messi have a quiet game for the second week in a row. I mean, you got to be on cloud cuckoo land if you thought that was going to happen. I mean, really, they took the foot off the gas. It was men against boys. It's nothing on Solskjaer, to be fair. It's not on him. He's just in the door and he's trying to patch it up. But I think it shows you where they are. And for those that have said, oh, well, they started well. and? You know what I mean? What, 10 minutes? You know what I mean? As if Barcelona didn't have any other chances in the game. So I think it's good for Man United they're out because their biggest fight is not this Champions League.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. It's the Premier League and trying to get in that top four, which, by the way, is a real struggle for them now.
Lionel Messi, once again, you look at his numbers this year. 42 games, 45 goals and 18 assists.
Yeah, so when Chris Smalling smashed them in the first leg, you thought, well, maybe there'll be a reaction. Well, there was. There was. He got on the ball and it was danger. Any time that he decided to go with a change of pace, I'm telling you, Phil Jones still spinning.
Yeah.
I mean, he turned him inside and outside and inside again. It's between his legs and cuts him back. And he's doing whatever he wants, whenever he wants to. And when he's playing like that, I don't care. I don't care if it's Manchester United. I don't care what team it is. He's playing like that. He's unstoppable. Nobody keeps up with him. And certainly, Manchester United was nowhere near the ball to try to challenge Lionel Messi or anybody else in Barcelona. This was, again, talk about a lesson.
Why is De Gea rubbish in Spain? What happens to him, Shaq?
I mean, all you can say, you can just put that down as one of those that happens to every single keeper, regardless of how good you are, and you just pick the worst possible night to do it. David De Gea has been easily, in my opinion, Manchester United's most consistent player and best player for the last 3 or 4 seasons. That was just uncharacteristic.
It's interesting when you look at that United 11. I think how many of those players are going to be at the heart of a side that's going to be competing with likes of Barcelona in the future? Because there's so much...
Mediocrity. There's a whole lot of mediocrity
Yeah.
in this Manchester United team, which we've been saying. This is not a great Manchester United team by any measure. The result against PSG papered over a whole lot of cracks. You were dominated in both legs against PSG as well.
Yeah.
But PSG have a habit over the last couple of seasons of shooting themselves in the foot, and they do it. Why you come to the Camp Nou and expect the same is simply beyond me. Yes, you started well. You started well in Paris as well. But Barcelona didn't make the mistakes that PSG made, and they don't have the history that PSG have in crumbling under their own self-weight. And then, as Ali points out, once Lionel Messi gets in this kind of mood, there is simply nothing that anybody in world football could do, and certainly nobody in that Manchester
You're right,
United
there's a
team.
lot of mediocrity, a lot. And then they appointed a manager on a whim. And by the way, again, Pogba might as well have went and sat next to his manager. You know, not blaming Paul Pogba for the defeat, but again, saw nothing from him. And they're going to have to spend millions, more than anybody else.
But the problem is they're
in the
competing
summer.
with Real Madrid, as we spoke about before, and Juventus. And is Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer enough of a pull if you're a big-name player when you've got the likes of Madrid or Juventus courting you as well? That's a massive issue for them.
And if you have an agent who's worth his salt, his or her salt, you're looking at Alexis Sanchez and thinking, well, we need to be up in that ballpark. And how many players can you afford? Listen, I know Manchester United are a very wealthy club, but how many players can you afford to be paying £400,000 and £500,000 a week?
Let's talk about the reality of Manchester United as compared to Barcelona. And it's an image that we saw multiple times. Ashley Young, he's playing left back. And every time there's a goal score, he's trying to give it. Like, come on, guys, let's go. Let's knock the ball around. You have no chance. And we probably would have done the same thing. Come on, guys, let's go. Let's knock the ball around. No chance. You still have Ashley Young playing left back for you. that kind of gives you an idea as to the sort of team that Manchester United is as compared to Barcelona. There is just no comparison.
So, Barcelona through to the semi-finals, Manchester United out. Barcelona await the winners of Liverpool-Porto. Obviously, it's likely to be Jurgen Klopp's side after that 2-0 win in the first leg. What a semi-final that could be. Barca against Liverpool, as you mentioned. The other side of the bracket, Ajax await the winners of City